Hey friends, you may be able to tell that I have laryngitis. I'm going to try to do this anyway. So hang in there and thank you for being patient with me. If you're one of the 6 people left on Earth who don't know Spider-Man's origin story, you're actually in good company. Today we'll find out that 2 of those 6 people are Iceman and Firestar. But this series will tell the story in its own special way. One of the things I always enjoyed most about Marvel Comics was their willingness to poke fun at themselves. Stan Lee never wrote for the Bugle. He had an exclusive contract with Barney Bushkin at the Globe.
It's the Shocker! He's making a break!
A very big break. Everybody grab a brick and some mortar. And by the way, how'd he get his shot gauntlets? When you put someone like him in prison, you're supposed to take them away. Oh, by the way, that helicopter is here to pick him up and complete his escape.
Spider-Man put me in that hole, Barcroft, and now I'm going to get even.
That is out of character for the Shocker. He brushes aside stuff like vengeance in favor of much wealth and personal comfort. He'd be more likely to go find a place with lots of cash to steal. If Spider-Man happened to get in his way, well, there's nothing wrong with being an opportunist. But he wouldn't go out of his way for it.
I'll bet that box is full of diamonds and rubies and emeralds and...
And it's not half as full as your mouth.
Uh-oh. Say, friends, still want to check out those spiders at the pet shop?
Spiders? Yuck!
What spiders? Oh, spiders.
You check him out. I'm heading for that fire sale. A fire sale? On spiders?
Yes, they got overcooked and are unsuitable for restaurants, so they're offered to the public at drastically reduced prices. Get yours while they last.
The Shocker returns with even more vibro shock power.
Now available in the large economy size. Why is he making himself sound like a laundry soap?
You give off bad vibes, Shocker.
Oh sure, the police have nothing better to do than pick all those gems up. Thanks, Spider-Man. Shocker just discovered that Spider-Man has friends now.
I love reunions.
This one, Iceman.
Why not? It's cool so far.
And we haven't even warmed up.
So how do we take this guy down? Not like that. Trying to grab him is a bad idea until you take those wrist things off him.
Leaving? Was it something I said?
Idiot insect. My vibro shock power lets me vibrate out of any trap. And our next reunion will be your last.
Spider-Man!
Oh, no!
She went went in that shop to hide from Spiderman. Now she's in the hospital.
The doctor said it's not serious.
But what if he's wrong? And I caused it. Just like before.
Before?
Haven't I ever told you how I became Spider-Man? And why?
No.
I've been thinking about it a lot the past few hours.
He mentions that he was an orphan and Uncle Ben and Aunt May raised him as their own. We finally learned about Peter's parents in the 1968 Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 5. The twists and turns in that story kept you guessing right up to the last page. They were spies who were murdered in the course of their duties was the upshot. I guess there's been a lot more detail filled in plus a little retconning since then, and I couldn't care less. Peter recounts growing up the class nerd, bullied by Flash Thompson, sneered at by the girls, but adored by his aunt and uncle.
And then came the day that changed my life.
And now to demonstrate how we control radioactive rays here in the laboratory.
Of course, nobody had invited or even noticed a tiny 8-legged visitor. Enter uninvited guest number 2, Fate. Ow! The spider bit my hand. I was so startled I didn't notice it was glowing. Excuse me, I feel strange. I need some air.
This is a good retelling. It's concise and to the point, but it covers all the details. The voice acting is perfect. It sounds like Peter is in distress and recounting it.
I felt weird, as if I'd been charged with some fantastic energy. But before I could figure it out, a kind of sixth sense warned me of danger.
Look out! Move it!
And by sheer instinct, I moved. Boy, did I move. I was sticking to the wall and scaling it as easily as I could walk.
The story first appeared in 1962 in Amazing Fantasy number 15, drawn by Steve Ditko. This is every bit as faithful to the original story as a flashback cartoon can be. He discovered he had the proportionate strength of a spider, not to mention agility that he had never had before. Like a good teenager, his first thought was, how can I make money off this?
Another challenger fails to stay 3 minutes in the ring with Crusher Hogan.
Well, at least if I fail, nobody will know me under this mask.
You see these things in older TV shows and movies and cartoons, and by the 60s they weren't a thing, at least not a legal thing. If such challenges went on, they were an underground operation. That guy Crusher just threw around will probably spend $200 in medical bills because he tried to win $100.
Hey! They don't call me Crusher for nothing.
No? How much do they charge? There was no doubt about it. I had the speed, agility, and proportionate strength of a spider.
Hey! Put me down! You win! You win!
Is that considered leaving the ring? Peter doesn't care. He has $100 that he didn't have 5 minutes ago.
You there in the mask. I'm a TV producer. With that act of yours, I can make you a fortune. Here's my card. Call me and keep that mask bit. Great showmanship.
There was something else about the mask. Hiding behind it, I could let myself go, overcome my natural shyness.
Thus, the spandex Spider-Man costume was born.
Here's where being an A+ science student really scored. I figured a spider, even a human one, needed a web. So I invented one. All right, it works! Instant spider web! Then I got really clever. I redesigned the web shooter so I could wear one on each arm and work it with just the slightest pressure of a finger. I felt like a kid with a new toy.
He's going to dazzle that producer like the guy has never seen before.
I had everything. Amazing powers, gadgets, and my new red and blue long johns. Not bad for somebody who never took a sewing class. So, they laughed at me for being a bookworm, huh? Well, now I'm ready to show them. All of them.
He had to say that. He had to say it. Why, Peter? Why? It never turns out well, not even for you. He tells about all the TV success and popularity, and the day he didn't stop an escaping criminal when he could have.
Made it. Lucky that clown in the costume didn't stop me.
What's with you, mister? All you had to do was trip him or hold him for a minute.
Hey, sorry, pal, that's your job. I'm through being pushed around. From now on, I just look out for number one.
Then one night he comes home to police cars.
Your uncle.
Uncle Ben? What's wrong? No. No, how?
It was a burglary. Your uncle woke up, surprised the burglar, and then...
No.
We've got the robber trapped in the old Acme warehouse at the waterfront. We'll get him. Your aunt is with her neighbors next door.
We know the rest, and you can figure it out even if you don't. The burglar was the same guy he didn't stop before. If he had stuck his foot out, his uncle might still be alive. That changed his life, and he started living by the principle that with great power comes great responsibility.
Once, by not using my spider powers, I lost Uncle Ben. Now today, by using them, I might lose Aunt May. I'm ready to chuck it all and give up being Spider-Man.
Peter?
No way, buddy boy.
Yes.
No. What happened to that great lesson you learned?
Yes, with great power.
Comes great responsibility?
You mean I'm being tested all over again?
Any way you want to put it.
Spidey, you already know what the answer has to be.
Go for it.
You can appreciate the dilemma. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Whether he does or doesn't use his powers, someone close to him gets hurt or worse. He forgets that Aunt May has been kidnapped by the Green Goblin, among other things, and she's still around. He thinks a conk on the noggin is going to take her out. And it didn't even hit her noggin. The bandage is on her shoulder.
I'll be fine. But that Spider-Man gave me a real fright.
Oh, don't worry, Aunt May. I'll do my best to see you're never frightened again. The Shocker!
Looks like you called that one right, Peter.
Which one? The fact that it's the Shocker or Aunt May won't be frightened again? The next question, why is he hassling the hospital?
It's the vibro villain in person.
Oh, he's hassling everything. The hospital happens to be part of everything.
He's trying to wreck the whole city.
Trying?
People of New York, you've just had a taste of my vibro shock powers. They can do much worse. Unless Spider-Man surrenders himself to me, I'll create an earthquake that will turn this town into Disaster City, USA.
Again, the revenge angle is out of character. He's the kind who would say, bring me all the cash in all the banks in the city instead.
What's it going to be? New York or Spider-Man?
Will I do?
Not good enough, flamethrower. I can vibrate the air into a force field. Go home to your knitting.
Tisk, tisk, that's not very enlightened of you, Shocker. Iceman, you're up. Because they always have to try it one at a time and fail before they decide to do it together.
Don't you clowns ever learn? Now get off my face! Spider-Man! Give me Spider-Man!
If I was one of them, I'd be insulted. What's he got that we haven't got?
hell now? What's this?
Yeah, his gauntlets are mechanical and electrical. There's gonna be controls of some kind, but he's cleverly concealed them behind a knob.
When the shocker zapped me, I saw him turn a control on his belt. That means...
His power comes from his costume.
Gosh, you're quick.
Originally, the power was all built into the gauntlets. The recoil from them nearly turned him into oatmeal. He designed the costume to dissipate most of it, sort of a full-body shock absorber. I assume it still fulfills that function as well as providing his power now.
Back for more super whips?
Don't go to any extra trouble, Shocker.
We're gonna take your clothes to the cleaners.
Take one chance to turn up my vital shock power before...
Before what, Shocky?
With both of his gauntlets destroyed, I'm not sure what he thought the control was going to do, but never mind. Peter Parker can tinker with the belt and figure it out later.
Guys, I guess this is one time the bad guy gets away, right? Wrong. Ooh, caught a big one, didn't I?
Yeah, but you might want to throw it back. One that big isn't going to be good eating at all. Too old and tough.
Don't worry, we don't want to damage any expensive piece of equipment, now do we?
I suppose officially we have to call that a crash, though it was more like a splut. Remember what Peter said about giving up on being Spider-Man? Nah.
I just saw the TV news, and you know what? Spider-Man captured that nasty shocker person and helped repair all the damage he caused. Maybe I was wrong about Spider-Man. Maybe he isn't so bad after all.
Oh, I'm sure he's as bad as you think. He just had an off day and did a good deed. This is how you tell a Spider-Man origin. Let's face it, even by 1982, it had been beaten to death in various media. Here it happens to be peripheral to the main story, which is Spider-Man's crisis of conscience following Aunt May's injury. He's explaining why it's hitting him so hard. That's a good reason to tell the story. And it's the Reader's Digest version, how many people still know what that even means, so it doesn't dominate the story, it explains it. The Shocker provides a solid in-canon reason why Aunt May was injured. Once the worst part of the identity crisis was over, the friends followed their usual procedure, as I mentioned. Get their butts kicked individually, and then get them kicked collectively. I mean, kick the villain's butt collectively. That's what I meant. You know that. With both of his gauntlets destroyed, I can say that.